Welcome to Forgotten Murders. Today's episode, the Axeman of New Orleans, a city haunted by jazz and blood. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button and tell us in the comments, what city are you tuning in from? The Axeman of New Orleans, a city haunted by jazz and blood. Tonight, we travel back to a city known for its rhythm, mystery, and madness. A city where music flowed through every alleyway and fear crept behind every shuttered door. Between 1918 and 1919, New Orleans faced a terror that danced in step with the city's heartbeat. It began on a humid spring night in May 1918. The city slept under a heavy sky when the first screams shattered the silence. Joseph and Catherine Maggio, owners of a small grocery store, were found brutally attacked in their home. Their throats had been slit, their skulls crushed by an axe. Nothing was stolen. No money, no valuables, only lives, violently taken. The police were baffled. At first, they suspected a robbery gone wrong, but the scene told a different story. The weapon, the Maggio's own axe, had been carefully cleaned and left behind. The killer entered by chiseling a panel out of the kitchen door, a detail that would soon become his signature. But it wasn't the method alone that unsettled detectives. It was the brutality. The blows were not those of a man desperate or panicked. They were deliberate, almost ritualistic. Over the next year, the axeman struck again, always at night, always with an axe or straight razor, always targeting Italian grocers and their families. Each scene mirrored the last, doors chiseled open, a violent frenzy, and the weapon abandoned. As the city's morgues filled, so did the rumor mills. Some whispered it was the mafia, punishing disloyal merchants. Others believed it was something darker, a phantom, a demon cloaked in human form. The newspapers fanned the hysteria. Headlines screamed, "The Axeman strikes again." Terror grips New Orleans. People began sleeping with weapons by their beds. Families took turns keeping watch through the night. Still, the murders continued, random, relentless, and always close enough to keep fear alive. Then, in March 1919, the Axeman changed his tune. Literally. The Times-Picayune received a chilling letter. It read like something out of a nightmare, written in the voice of a fiend who claimed to come from hell itself. In the letter, the writer promised to spare any home where jazz was playing at midnight the following Tuesday. "I am very fond of jazz music," it said. "I swear by all the devils in the nether regions that every person shall be spared whose home a jazz band is in full swing." That night, New Orleans became a city of sound. Jazz poured from every open window. Bars, homes, and dance halls were alive with horns, pianos, and drums. Even the fearful joined in because silence could mean death. For one surreal night, the Axeman controlled the entire city. And true to his word, no one died. But when the music faded, so did the brief illusion of safety. The murders resumed soon after. Each crime left detectives chasing shadows. The killers seemed to vanish into thin air, leaving no fingerprints, no witnesses, no motive. The victims varied: men, women, even children. Some survived their attacks, offering fragmented descriptions. A tall man, broad-shouldered, wearing dark clothes, but none could identify him with certainty. It was as if the Axeman was everywhere and nowhere, a ghost moving through the streets of New Orleans. As months passed, theories multiplied. Some said he was a deranged musician, obsessed with the rhythm of the city. Others believed he was a traveling laborer, or even a soldier returned from the war, broken and violent. There were arrests. Joseph Mumfre, a petty criminal, became the focus of suspicion after a surviving victim claimed to recognize him. But the evidence was thin, circumstantial at best. When Mumfrey was later shot dead by the widow of one of the Axeman's victims, the police quietly closed their files. To them, the case was solved. To the people of New Orleans, it was anything but. Decades later, historians revisited the murders. They noted the precision, how the attacks clustered in certain neighborhoods, how the killers seemed to understand police routines, how his targets shared not only heritage but lifestyle, small grocers, family-run shops, close-knit homes. This wasn't random rage. It was calculated, obsessive, perhaps a vendetta, perhaps a pattern lost to time. What remains undeniable is the atmosphere the Axeman created. His crimes fused fear and fascination into the city's soul. Even after a century, the legend endures. Jazz, the music of freedom, became forever linked with a night of terror, when the people of New Orleans played for their lives. Today, historians still debate who the Axeman really was. A serial killer driven by hate. A madman who found rhythm in violence. Or perhaps several killers, their crimes mistakenly woven into one legend. We may never know, but his story lingers, not just in police archives, but in every whispered tale told in the French Quarter after dark. The Axeman of New Orleans wasn't just a murderer. He was a mirror reflecting the city's deepest fears, in a place where life and death danced to the same beat. He became the darkest note in its history. And somewhere, in the echo of a distant saxophone, you can still feel him, as the phantom who made a city play jazz to survive.